Are you eligible for an absolute pardon? The answer to the questions, can I get my criminal conviction expunged, starts with a calendar year. To be eligible for a absolute pardon, you must wait 3 years for a misdemeanor conviction, 5 years for a felony conviction. These clocks start on the day the criminal conviction was entered, even if your sentence extended months or years beyond the date. What should you expect in the pardon process? Once you or your expungement attorney begins the online expungement process, you will have 6 months to complete the application. This includes gathering state police criminal history report, rap sheet, a fingerprint card, or have the state police process your fingerprints, a police incident report for every state offense within the last 10 years, court probation or police records for any unreported convictions like driving under the influence, driving while intoxicated, or reckless driving. What is an absolute pardon? Unlike provisional pardons or other state expungements, an absolute pardon in your state erases a past conviction from your record entirely. There is no guarantee that an application for pardon will be granted. However, if it is, the Pardons Board will expunge the offense from the criminal record database. The law allows for nonviolent convictions with no victim to be expunged using an expedited process. The Pardons Board staff will decide if you qualify for the expedited process. If so, your expungement may be granted without a hearing or pre-screen review. However, being selected for an expedited process doesn't guarantee your request for pardon your request for pardon will be granted. The panel's board could grant or deny the application or decide it needs you to attend a full panel hearing. If you are eligible for an absolute pardon, the Pardons Board will conduct a background investigation. You will be contacted for a pre screen session done by telephone interview. Then you and your attorney will be required to attend one of the 12 Pardon Board hearings held each year. You should plan to attend in person even if you now live out of state. To be eligible, you must not have any pending charges or opening cases in any state or federal court, current probation or parole. Martel Holt waited he did his 3 years probation and then he waited 7 years. It depends on the type of crime, whether it was a misdemeanor or a felony. Many people file applications for pardons on their own without a lawyer. However, having a criminal defense attorney on your team improves your chance that the parole board will grant your request, restoring your clear criminal record. During the expungement process, your criminal defense attorney acts as your advocate, helping you tell the story of your rehabilitation and contribution to the community. A lawyer won't speed up the process to seal or expunge your criminal record, but they can keep you from having to complete the application process more than one for the same criminal offense. What is an absolute pardon? Unlike provisional pardons or other state expungements, an absolute pardon in your state erases a past conviction from your record entirely. There is no guarantee that an application for pardon will be granted. However, if it is, the pardon board will expunge the offense from the criminal record database. Eligibility for expungement may be essentially automatic, but having a pardon application granted depends on whether the pardon board deems you suitable. The board will consider the severity of the convicted offense, the impact on the crime's victim, Any input from the victim, your past criminal history, how much time has passed since the conviction, your rehabilitation since the conviction was entered, your work history, community service, character reference, any contact with the criminal justice system since the conviction, the state attorney's opinion, any other pertinent information. I'm certain Melody and Martel checked all these boxes. Melody and Martel does community service. They give back to the community. I'm certain all these things were in place or put in place before Martel applied for a pardon. Yes, we were all made aware of the incident by the Madison County Post. Okay, the incident that took place, we read that Martel Holt was caught in a car with tools for a burglary, but it never indicated the time he was given, the probation he was given. It never indicated any of that information. So, for the people that want to argue about a pardon and an expungement, that's fine. Please read up on these things, okay? They can coincide with each other. You can have your record erased. Now, a lawyer has different access than the public has, okay? So, if you have any further questions, please be sure to comment down below and let's discuss it. A pardon and an expungement can work hand in hand. It does not happen for all cases, but it can work hand in hand. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
When you run an individual's name, it opens up everything that every public record regarding that individual. And an individual named Martel Holt was convicted of possession of burglary tools in 2007 in Morgan County, Alabama. That's a matter of public record. The individual went to trial, was convicted by a jury, was sentenced to 10 years, but that sentence was suspended and they were placed on 3 years probation. At the end of that probationary term, and about 7 years later, that individual applied and got a pardon from the Bureau of Pardon and Paroles in 2017.